One second. Okay, let's start. So my topic is test plan. So yesterday I completed in test plan.
Everything.
Yeah, introduction of test plan, scope of the test plan, and what next?
Purpose. Reference documents.
Yeah, reference document, introduction of test plan, purpose
Uh,
of test plan, scope of test plan, or scope of
and
the
we need to
project.
give code free state.
Yes.
Mm.
So and reference documents. In reference documents also we have to identify from which
To
documents we are preparing these documents like RTM,
test
user
plan.
manuals, SDS, test scenarios, product requirement documents. Depends on different things and
Okay.
code freeze date. And if you enter like a overview of the test plan or overview of the project, and
Mm.
the testing is items to be tested and items not to be tested.
Tested. Mm.
Yeah, items to be tested means, see, like if I open ICC
Only
plan,
which to be tested.
yes, if I
Mm.
open this one, here there are personal, privileged, wealth, private, NRI, corporate, business modules are there. Okay, so
Okay.
for this present test plan or present release, they have to take like a personal, privilege, and corporate.
Mm.
These three they are taken from present release. For next release,
Okay.
they have to taken like a wealth, private,
Well,
NRI, and business. But
okay.
if you did not prepare a test plan, what happens here? It is showing like all links. So you have to click on wealth and you have to test all these things.
Okay.
But it is not at our present release, it is our future release.
Future release.
So if you do this work on present, what happens? It's a time waste.
Yeah.
So that's why we have to prepare a test plan and we have to mention like items to be tested and items not to be tested.
Items not to
Means,
be tested.
yeah, means these particular items we have to test in present release, and these items means like a wealth, private, NRI business items or modules will release on next release. So don't test on present release. So whenever you have to see your test plan, you can easily identify what are the modules for this release, and maybe it's a next release or maybe after that release. So for this release we have only personal, privilege,
Privilege and
corporate.
corporate.
So like that. So
Okay.
we have to test like only the personal things. In personal, what we have to
Mm.
test, like it's based on your SRS document, you have to test the
Okay.
functionality of the application.
Mm.
After getting SRS to you, you have to prepare a understanding documents. Maybe sometimes you have to prepare test cases for that particular modules. So after,
Suppose in
yeah,
personal. Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
In personal, many of modules are there. No products, apply online payments, all those. So whatever they specify in SRS documents, if suppose if they specify to check for apply online to write test plan,
Mm.
sorry, test cases. So we should check that.
Yes, if they mention in personal also there are sublinks are there, products, apply online,
Yeah.
payments, connect. So based on this, you have to test. In that also they mention like apply online and payments only. So you can test only that
Mm.
both. The next products and
Okay.
connect you have to it's maybe it go to the next release. So
Okay.
whatever they mention in test plan, not in SRS. SRS maybe they
Okay.
have to give total. In SRS they mention
Mm.
personal, privilege, wealth, private, NRA, corporate, business. And here also product, apply online, payments, connection. But based on the SRS and we have to prepare test plan. So you have to see the test plan. After seeing your test plan, you can see in your test plan you mention like a personal apply online.
Mm.
So in apply online, accounts, deposits, loans are there. So for present release, you have to test this
Mm.
all things. These all
Okay.
things are mentioned in SRS only. But here in test plan, you have to mention only the names of modules.
Mm-hmm.
They mention like a futures to be tested item, apply online, or maybe then like if there are any created issue for that, they have to create it, and they have to
Okay.
mention when the alpha release, when the beta release is there. So
Mm.
based on that, you have to test that one.
Okay.
Okay, then 1 second. Yeah, and the next point is futures not to be
Alright.
tested. In not to be
Test.
tested, they mention like the wealth, private, yeah, wealth like that. Okay,
Mm.
wealth, private,
Mm.
NRA business like
Business.
this. This all are you can test in next release or maybe after release like that. And
Okay.
uh, this RTM is there. RTM is requirement traceability matrix. This RTM they mention into Excel sheet.
Okay.
They mention into Excel sheet. So what they mention in RTM, what they mention in RTM, requirement traceability matrix.
Specifically,
Yeah.
suppose what are the features to be tested to they will assign to team persons.
No, no. What they
So
mention
in
in
those only
RTM.
the
RTM, requirement traceability matrix.
thematics.
Yesterday I said, okay, in RTM they mention like our requirement IDs, our test cases IDs, and our test case description and if who is developer for that, who is tester for that, and how many number of requirements for that particular module, and
Okay.
requirement description, and for this particular module assigned tester, and what is the status of developing the test case,
Okay.
and when alpha release is there, when beta release is there, when the production for this. See, for MNC level, they have maybe a lot of members are there for this project. Like let's take the same ICICI Bank. A lot of modules are
Okay.
there. Maybe they given like a for personal. See, in personal also products apply online payments connection. If you click on, if just see in products also lot of things are there. For apply
Yeah.
online, lot of things are there. Payments, lot of things are there. So like that, they have to divide each and everything. See, here transfer funds, SMS banking, online tax payment, click to pay, quick pay, bill pay. So here for this nine sublinks, they have nine testers are there, nine developers are there. So you are working on SMS banking. So you very much known for who is developer for SMS banking. But if you have identified any issues, maybe the SMS banking and bill pay is some much related is there. But if you identify anything in bill pay, so how can you know who is the developer for that and who is the tester for that?
Mm.
So at the time, if you open RTM, requirement traceability matrix, then you can easily identify who is tester and who is for developer for this particular module. So for that purpose, we have to maintain RTM.
Requirement matrix.
Yeah, it's a need to maintain RTM. If you maintain RTM and test plan for your projects, you can easily complete as early as possible. If you do not maintain any test plan for your project, it's very difficult to give an exact date. Sorry. So that's why we have to maintain these things, test plan. So I have to explain again the RTM separately. That's not a problem. And in test plan, we have to maintain the other thing is testing strategy.
Testing strategy.
Yeah, testing strategy. Strategy means like types of testing. So for this particular modules, which type of testing we have to use? See, for this personal and payments, we have to use like a performance testings and functional testing. Functional testing means the functionality of the application. Performance testing means when you click on that
Performance.
particular link, how much time it will take to open. So it's a need to test the performance for any projects. It's a need.
Mm.
And we have to test like maybe stress testing, parallel testing, regression, if required any automation like that, automation testing, unit testing, system testing, end-to-end, UAT, user acceptance test, usability, security, network, like a lot of testing types are there. All we have to test here. Depends on your module, you can test the types of testing like that. And I have to explain that one separately. So here,
Okay.
just in test plan, I have explained only a bit. After that, I will explain clearly on what is functionality testing, what is performance testing, like that.
Stress testing.
Yes. So next topic is testing methodology and approach. Testing methodology and approach means like how you approach your project. So like for any type of projects, our managers, they handle everything. So they have to send a mail like this is the test plan and please prepare test cases for this particular modules. So our manager or team lead will cooperate with them and they have to prepare a test plan, and the juniors or seniors, they have to read the test plan and they have to prepare based on the test plan their module test cases,
Okay.
and testers will gather test data for testing. See, for this, what is there here, transfer. Okay, what it is the transfer funds means, transfer funds means we have to transfer money to the other person. Maybe it is like a NEFT or RTGS or IMPS. You have any idea about what is NEFT, RTGS, and IMPS?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, like that, for particular things we have to get some data. Means, so this person is transferred to this person and we can collect the testing data, means the names and what the amount, everything we have to collect like a dummy data. We can collect dummy data and we can enter into application and we have to test. If you transfer 100 rupees to other person, is it transferred the 100 rupees or not? We have to check like that. We have to collect the data and we have to prepare a test cases for that particular module. Like for transfer funds, we have to prepare a test cases, and these test cases may be signed off from your
Manager.
team lead or manager, like that. It depends on company. Maybe some companies they did not sign off, but some companies it's a must should have to sign off from your senior members.
So after writing test cases, we need to take sign off from them.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
All test cases must be approved by developers or your seniors, like that. And whenever they have to put a build, then they can identify it through mail. They can send a mail, we have a build today or we have a build tomorrow. So once the build is deployed into the production, and
What is it?
testers will start testing. This is like a approach, how to approach like that.
Bill in the sense.
Build. Build means if you identify, see like a transfer and funds, you identified around three or four issues. So for that issues, you can transfer to the your particular developer. After
Okay.
fixing the issues developer, they have to put build and they have to inform to you. Again, they have to inform to you and you can again test that
Okay.
issue. Is it completed or not? Is it fixed or not?
Okay. So that is called build.
Yeah, build. We can call like a alpha build, beta build.
Mhm.
Beta build means like someone beta testing. I have explained. I will explain to you.
Okay.
And next topic is test schedule estimates. Test schedule or estimates. So up to now, introduction of the project, scope of the project, then
Purpose and
testing
difference.
methodology,
Okay.
testing strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Mm.
identify.
Code free state.
Your voice is low.
Code free state. All.
1 second. Yeah, now?
Hello.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Ah.
Yeah, what's next?
And then testing methodology and approach.
Yes.
Mm.
Then the total topics of test plan, total contents of test plan.
Introduction.
Yeah.
Scope of the project.
Okay.
Reference documents.
Hmm.
And code free state.
Okay.
Testing methodology and approach.
Hmm.
Test strategy.
Hmm.
And now test schedule.
Okay, test schedule and estimates. In this test schedule and estimates, we have to explain how much time I spent on to prepare the test plan and how much time I prepare on test cases, execution, and
Mm.
all things we have to mention here.
Okay.
And next is like a defect tracking. So defect tracking means I have to like maybe sometimes we have to use like a QC quality center or Jira or Bugzilla. Lot of tools are there. Some tools are paid tools, some tools
Okay.
are open source. Like MNCs, they have to
Mm.
use like almost paid tools. But CMM level companies, three like that, they have to maintain any open source tool. Maybe sometimes they
Okay.
have to prepare their own tool also. It is not much difficult to prepare a like a tool. It's a simple tool. That's why they have to prepare. And next topic is roles and responsibilities for this test plan for this project.
The
uh,
quality center
Quality
తర్వాత
center.
explain చేస్తారా?
Quality center. That are
Bugzilla.
tools for bug tracking.
Ah,
Quality center,
yeah.
Jira. Yeah, I have to explain Jira.
Okay. Okay.
I will explain Jira. Okay.
Okay.
For this particular project, they have maybe manager, lead, a test lead, or senior testers, or junior testers. So In the test plan, we have to mention the roles and responsibilities of particular designation. For
Okay.
managers, they have to like give the directions of testing, and they have to sign off your test cases. They have to build they have to put the bill like that. Your lead may be prepare a test plan like that. What's your roles and responsibility means like you have to prepare a test cases, and you have to prepare understanding documents based on your SRS, and you have to execute the test cases whenever they have to put build. And if any issues identify, you
Okay.
have to transfer to your particular developer like that. This is all your roles and responsibilities. Sometimes, like you have to send a daily timesheet to your lead, maybe weekly or maybe monthly. It depends on company. You have to send these things, and you have to mention in test plan like uh, software, which type of softwares you are using, like your servers list, how many servers maintaining for this project, and you have to mention that servers list, and you have to mention like configuration of software and hardware, how to maintain that one. Okay,
Okay.
software and hardware things.
Hardware.
Yeah, hardware. See, for this particular project, if you open, definitely this much of requirement is need. See, for if the personal, if I open like ICC bank, if I open like in IE 6, is this to open everything? Now we are using IE 11 like that. Maybe some links are not open particularly. So if you have around like a 516 MB in your laptop or desktop, is it open? Maybe sometimes it does not open. Like that, we have to
Okay.
mention our requirements and risk and contingencies. Like uh,
Risk.
contingencies means some risk are there because of like your project release is around within 4 months. Maybe some members are uh, uh, put a resign. So it's
Okay.
or like that. Some other risks are if within 4 months you have to complete your project, but still not yet started, and maybe in end of your project you will get a lot of issues, a lot of risks are there. That's in different ways. And test deliverables means after complete your
How many
project,
days?
yeah, after complete your project, how many things you have to give it to your client, means deliverables like a test plan, test cases, test summary, RTM. These all are documents you have to submit to your client.
Fine.
Yeah, these all are you have to submit to the your client. Yeah, you have any doubts up to now?
in roles and responsibilities only all these need to be mentioned, right? About what are the softwares and hardwares and risks. Everything will be coming in roles and responsibilities.
Not in roles and responsibilities. All are coming in test plan.
These are separate, right?
Yeah,
Test plan only.
yeah,
Okay.
in test plan.
Okay.
Here you are seeing like accounts and deposits, na products.
Mm. Mm.
So for this particular accounts and deposits, your role is to write test case,
Mm.
and after put the bill we have to execute like that.
Okay.
The hardware and networking is different. For this, what is your roles and responsibilities? It is one of the topic of test plan. It
Okay.
is one of the topic of test plan.
Test.
Yes. Any other doubts you have?
Mm. ఈ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ట్రేసబిలిటీ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ అది ఇది శాంపుల్ ఒకటి ఉన్నదా ఎక్సెల్ షీట్ లో చేస్తారు కదా.
Yeah, yeah, I will send that one to you.
ఓకే.
Already I explained something. Try to prepare in Excel sheet.
Mm.
What are the topics are included in that? Send to me. I will verify it once, and if anything wrong in that, I have to modify
It's like
that one.
sample.
You want sample?
Okay.
Okay, I will send to sample to you.
No, no, no. I'm asking you. I need to send just sample one for you.
Okay. Any other doubts?
In interviews, will they ask us to write about this one? In interviews and all, they will ask us to write this requirement traceable. These are not our job, right? This all will be done by manager or team lead,
Yeah.
right? This preparing test
Okay.
plan and all.
Test plan. Test plan is like your team lead will prepare and your seniors will include that. In our team also, the seniors may be prepared, but in interview they ask like what are the contents or what are the components of the test plan. Means you are not prepared, but you read that one.
Okay.
So you know what are the components or what are the contents of that test plan.
Okay.
So just you have to explain that one. In this test plan, I observed scope of the project, introduction of the project, and software and hardware requirements of the project, and schedules, risk, and strategies of the project, and test methodology and approach. If you explain like this way, they can easily identify, okay, you already you have already knowledge of test plan, but you are not involved in test plan, but you read, you saw the test plan. They ask only on in interviews, do you have any idea about test plan?
Test plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
you say like I'm not involved in test plan, but I have knowledge on test plan like that.
Okay.
Then Any other doubts you have?
Mm. Test
Any,
plan and all, you said it will be given like soft copy or hard copy, right?
yeah, whatever it may be,
Mm.
that they have prepared in Word document.
Okay.
Any other doubts you have?
Mm. Performance testing is done only at the end of all. I mean,
Yes,
after testing everything, after fixing bugs and all, at last we'll be doing performance
yeah,
testing.
definitely. Without complete the functionality testing, if you do the performance also, it's a waste. So after
Mm.
complete everything, we have to do the performance testing.
Okay. So for this, any other separate tester will be there, or we can do?
No, if you have idea, you can
We'll be
do.
right.
Yeah, for that J meter or load
Okay.
runner, a lot of tools are there. If you have idea for that, we can do. Otherwise,
Okay.
the separate persons are there for that.
Okay.